Mount Carmel, honorary alumni, Maureen O'Donnell. Maureen O'Donnell comes from a family full of Mount Carmel men. Between 3 uncles, 4 brothers, 2 sons, 7 nephews, and 4 cousins. She has over 20 relatives that have walked through the Mount Carmel hallways. However, Maureen began her Mount Carmel teaching career in August of 1994. It all started when she ran into Father Joe Atcher after a mass at St. Barnabas and he said, "Maureen, how would you like to teach at Mount Carmel?" At the time her son Matt was a junior at Mount Carmel, and had just started the McDermott Doyle program during his freshman year where he was part of the inaugural class. She knew how much it had helped Matt, and at the time, she was finishing up her master's in special ed. Maureen remembers having a very unconventional interview, but ultimately was hired. She stayed put for 15 years at Mount Carmel, 9 of those years as coordinator of the program, and left in 2009 to take a job with her alma mater, Quincy University. Her husband, Bill, had just taken the position of alumni director for Quincy after working for 30 years in sales. He was so excited to work for his alma mater that when the position of director of off-campus programs for Quincy became available, he encouraged her to take it. It was a leap of faith, but it turned out to be the best decision for her. In 2015, her time at Quincy came to an end, and she ended up at Mount Carmel again. She began her second stint for another 6 years. Maureen is now transitioning into retirement after she was unsuccessful the first time. Her replacement has been found and she's going to give retirement another chance. Maureen says, "It has been a pleasure to work with so many awesome young men at Mount Carmel. They have given her so many lessons and laughs. She has had students who are now police officers, firefighters, painters, electricians, an FBI agent, a bodyguard for the mayor, and an executive for Walgreens. And at one time or another, each one has said thank you Mrs. O'Donnell, and that means the world her. Again, thank you Maureen, and congratulations."
Mount Carmel honorary alumni, Rocco Maguero. Rocco's first introduction to Mount Carmel High School was when he sent his 2 sons, Anthony Maguero and Rocco Maguero, to attend school in the early 1970s. Following in their father's footsteps, Rocco's 3 grandsons also attended Mount Carmel. All 5 of these Mount Carmel men were very accomplished and attended prestigious colleges and universities with scholarships and endless opportunities from their education at 6410. Rocco felt a tremendous amount of pride and appreciation for Mount Carmel High School and felt an overwhelming urge to volunteer and participate in one of the programs. Around 2014, while attending one father-son dinner with his youngest grandson, he was asked by his old friends Jack Riffeis and Clem DeLuca and Dan Cosices to help out Mount Carmel's fight night. Even though Rocco lived in Florida, he graciously accepted the offer. He would fly to Chicago in January to start prepping for fight night until he later relocated back to Chicago permanently. In the early 1950s, Rocco fought as an amateur boxer in the Golden Gloves and for the CYO. Rocco said, "Being able to watch the young men mature and develop into talented boxers made him feel extremely nostalgic and proud of what they were able to accomplish together. He is honored and proud to be part of the boxing staff and feels thankful to learn new skills from Mike Davis and Dan Lentz each year." Rocco continued to help out several capacities, first assisting Jack Riffeis in recruiting the fighters, and then later training them, which he has done for the last 7 years. As Rocco's passion to train fighters grew, he wanted to share a special tradition with boxers in the program. After thorough research and meetings with Jack Riffeis, Clem DeLuca, and Dan Cosices, they decided to gift each boxer a Golden Glove necklace as a token of their appreciation for giving their time and efforts to the program. This tradition ignited an excitement with the participants and has increased the participation since Rocco joined the team. Rocco feels honored to be part of such an amazing school and program, as well as a member of the Mount Carmel Fathers Club.
Mount Carmel, honorary alumni, Karen Hoey. Karen Hoey is the epitome of a person of Carmel. She is a dedicated individual who puts the students and families first. Her humility, patience, and dedication to the mission of Mount Carmel make her a perfect honorary alum. Karen has been tied to Mount Carmel High School for a while. Her uncle was a graduate of the 1961 class, and husband Jim Hoey, class of 1984. Both her sons Dylan, class of 2017, and Miles, class of 2019, have graduated and gone on to wrestle in the Big Ten at the University of Indiana and Michigan State. Although they graduated, Karen's dedication to the wrestling program has not wavered. When Karen's oldest son Dylan joined the team, Karen took on the responsibility of chief organizer and fundraiser, leaving the coach with more time to focus on his coaching. She arranged for parents to donate their time and resources to the program. She set up the staffing of the admissions gate and concession stand for each home meet, and purchased all the refreshments to sell. Athletic Director Dan LeCount says that in my 10 years of serving as Mount Carmel's athletic director, there hasn't been a parent who has had more of a positive impact on a sport than Karen Hoey has had on our wrestling program. Karen's deep dedication to the school, and her willingness to continue an unparalleled level of volunteerism after her sons have graduated, show that she is an outstanding choice for an honorary diploma. In 1996, Karen started her own graphic design business. She now volunteers with a few causes close to her heart, including Pat Mac's PAC, that supports pediatric cancer research and provides support to young cancer patients and their families. In addition to supporting the wrestling program, also Karen volunteers her design talents to Carmel Life, the Mothers Club fashion show and caravan gala. Karen and Jim are dedicated fans of Carmel, and continue to attend and support many MC events. Again, thank you Karen, and congratulations. Mount Carmel, Honorary Alumni, Judy Kozlowski. Judy Kozlowski is no stranger to the Mount Carmel community. Judy and her husband Mo have been a part of the Mount Carmel family since their son Ken enrolled as a freshman in 1985. While Ken walked the halls of Mount Carmel, Judy volunteered with great enthusiasm for many events and programs. Some of the volunteering Judy did was organize the weekly tailgate for the football games, cook meals for the football players, volunteer at open houses, work bake sales, and many more activities. Judy was also very involved with the Mount Carmel Mothers Club for all 4 years Ken was in attendance, being elected as vice president of the Mothers Club in 1987 through 1988 and elected as president 1988 through 1989. Following her son's graduation in 1989, Judy has still been involved with the Mothers Club every year since. In 2008, she was appointed as president of the Alumni Mothers Club and still holds that position today. During Judy's tenure as president of the Alumni Mothers, the enrollment has grown tremendously. They are currently the host of the annual Mother-Son Dance. In 2000, Judy was selected as the Flo's Carmeli, meaning Flower of Carmel, an award given each year to a woman who embodies and represents the value of Mount Carmel High School. Some of Judy's favorite moments at MC were watching her son Ken play football, winning a state championship while staying undefeated. Her grandson Michael Hussar, class of 2010, also attended Mount Carmel where he played football for the Caravan, and then for the Air Force Academy. Judy has said many times, "I wish I had more than one son, and one grandson, to give to Mount Carmel." Again, thank you Judy, and congratulations.
Mount Carmel Hall of Fame inductee, Joe Williams. Joe Williams started his wrestling career for the Caravan in 1990 under legendary coach Bill Wick. From that point on, he won 4 straight Illinois State wrestling titles and finished his high school career with 152 wins and 1 loss, including 95 career falls and a single violation for an alleged illegal slam during his freshman season. He was also named the 1992 and 1993 Illinois High School Athlete of the Year by the Chicago Tribune. In 1994, Joe attended the University of Iowa on a full sports scholarship, where he trained and competed for the Iowa Hawkeyes wrestling program under his coach and 1972 Olympic champion Dan Gable. While wrestling for the Hawkeyes, Joe compiled a record of 129 wins and 9 losses for 4 consecutive seasons. In his rookie campaign, he placed 7th in the NCAA meet at 158 pounds with a record of 30 wins and 7 losses. After redshirting during the 1995 season, Williams went on to claim the first of 3 NCAA wrestling titles, with 2 coming in the 158-pound division. During his senior year, Joe dominated the field at the 1998 NCAA Championships, capping off a perfect 34-0 season and picking up his third straight title at 167 pounds, which resulted in him being named the most outstanding wrestler of the tournament and Iowa's 14th four-time NCAA All-American. Joe currently resides in Iowa City, Iowa, where he established and runs a youth wrestling academy through the Iowa City High School called Williams Trading Academy. Joe also serves as a head coach for the Liberty High School wrestling team in North Liberty, Iowa, in their second season. Mount Carmel Hall of Fame inductee, Jim Nelson. Jim Nelson, the son of Bud and Kay Nelson, entered the halls of Mount Carmel High School in the fall of 1966. Bud and Kay Nelson, who at great sacrifice sent all 7 of their children to Catholic school from 1st through 12th grade. 5 sons attended Mount Carmel: Tom, 1964, Jim, 1970, Jack, 1972, Terrence, 1973, and Patrick, 1977. They also had 2 daughters attend Mother Macaulay High School, Kathleen and Mary Lou. Due to World War II, Bud Nelson's dreams were interfered with like many in his generation. Even though Bud did not finish his high school requirements until the age of 30, he wanted to send a message to his children that education was important. Kay Nelson went to now closed Loretto Academy Girls High School, adjacent to Mount Carmel on 65th Street. Kay always wanted to send her boys to Mount Carmel, and she did. During Jim's time as a student at Mount Carmel from 1966 to 1970 were some of the country's most historic and saddest moments. Jim recalls Martin Luther King's assassination on April 4th, 1968, and experiencing the very deep sadness and pain of many of his Mount Carmel brothers, who he still keeps in touch with today. Jim also remembers learning how to dance at weekly socials in the Student Center with the emergence of the Beatles era and the Motown crossover. He also remembers the U.S. landing Apollo 11 for the first time on July 20th, 1969, and the Woodstock Music Festival in August of 1969. Upon Jim's graduation from Mount Carmel, a Carmel teacher helped him set his sights higher than he could ever imagine. This led him to the University of Illinois to study psychology and early childhood development. He would then go on to earn his master's degree in counseling and psychology at the University of Wisconsin. When he retired in 2015, he went back to school to become an EMT. He's now a volunteer for a variety of activities, currently with COVID vaccination clinics in Montana. His wife of 42 years, Nancy, and he are actively involved in supporting early childhood development programs that benefit children from birth to 5 years old. They have 2 great kids, Laura and Connor, and great new in-laws as well.
Mount Carmel Hall of Fame inductee Kevin Connelly. Class of 1973, his days at Mount Carmel included cross-country, track and the Student Activities Committee. Rarely leaving home before 5:30, Kevin's love for Carmel began with his father Arthur, class of 31, his brothers, Art class of 66, and Joe class of 69. Kevin passed up 2 cross-country scholarships to play rugby at Marquette. Kevin's brother Art was in a very serious accident, so for financial reasons, Kevin left Marquette to begin working full-time. Kevin completed his degree from Southern Illinois in 1998. After 38 years with the Chicago Fire Department, Kevin retired as a battalion chief, but he is proudest of the 9 years as captain of Truck 41 at 69th and Bell. Jean and Kevin were married in 1991 and were blessed in 1993 with Kevin Jr. Kevin Jr. was a Carmel guy from birth, going to countless football, baseball, basketball and soccer games. At Barnabas, for every out-of-uniform day, Kevin Jr. wore Mount Carmel gear. For Kevin Jr.'s entrance exam, Jean asked if she could take him, and Kevin answered, only half-kiddingly, "No, I have waited my whole life for this day." Kevin Jr. loved Mount Carmel. He played freshman football, soccer, and baseball all 3 years. When Kevin Jr. tragically lost his life, Father Tony, Father Gavin, and Mr. Stimler were at the hospital with Kevin and Jean. Kevin's wake and funeral mass was held in the Mount Carmel gym. For years, Father Dylan and Father Peter celebrated each birthday with mass and heartfelt homilies. The day after the civil court settlement, the Connellys donated all of the proceeds to charity, primarily to Mount Carmel. Mount Carmel STEM Lab is now named after Kevin. family and friends created a scholarship fund in Kevin Jr.'s name with donations and proceeds from Chicago White Sox outings, softball tournaments, and golf outings. The KFK Jr. Fund has provided over $300,000 to students entering Carmel from Catholic grammar schools to remember Kevin and continue his Mount Carmel legacy. When Kevin Jr. was a freshman, Kevin Sr. began coaching MC Rugby. In 2012, Kevin Sr. was retreating into a shell and didn't want to coach anymore. Several of Kevin Jr.'s friends on the team said they didn't want to play if Kevin Sr. didn't coach. He is forever grateful for them. Gene and Kevin remain in the Beverly neighborhood and continue to attend Carmel games surrounded by lifelong friends. Again, thank you Kevin, and congratulations. Mount Carmel, Humanitarian of the Year, Eleanor Reardon. Eleanor Reardon grew up in St. Basil's Parish and then attended Queen of Peace High School in Burbank before attending college at Chicago State University. After college, she was employed at the Cook County Department of Corrections for 4 years before joining the Chicago Police Department in November of 1982. She served the department as a police officer, detective, and sergeant until her retirement. Eleanor became involved in Mount Carmel when her son Patrick, class of 2005, enrolled at Mount Carmel in the fall of 2002. Mount Carmel has benefited from her energy and enthusiasm ever since. Eleanor was actively involved in the hockey program and Mothers Club during Pat's 4 years at Mount Carmel. In 2004-2005, she held the position of Vice President of Events for the Mothers Club. Even after Pat graduated, she has remained active with Mount Carmel, serving on the Caravan Gala Committee, co-chair of the Mother-Son Dance, volunteering at the Frank Kiska Memorial Golf Outing and the Alumni Mothers Club. Eleanor's extraordinary spirit of giving extends well beyond the MC community. To this day, she regularly volunteers at the Chicago Police Department, Beverly Breast Cancer Walk Committee, St. Baldrick's Foundation, and Humble Design Chicago with her good friends Lynn Harnedy and Debbie Smith. Humble Design serves individuals, families, and veterans emerging from homelessness by transforming empty houses into welcoming homes, using donated furniture and household goods. Eleanor has also volunteered with People Helping People Network by traveling to El Salvador to improve living conditions and medical needs for women. Anyone who knows Eleanor knows what an incredibly hard worker she is. No matter what task she is assigned, or responsibility she is asked to attend to, Eleanor responds with an enthusiastic and resounding yes to Mount Carmel. She is unrelenting in her efforts to better our school community and the world. Eleanor is thankful for her husband of 35 years, Charles, and extremely grateful for her son Pat and daughter-in-law Brittany, for bringing her favorite person into this world, Sophia Claire, born on February 25. Mount Carmel, Man of the Year, Mark Duffy. Mark Duffy is the grandson of Frank and Ann Duffy, both who worked for Mount Carmel in the Carmelites. He is the son of Richard Duffy, Mount Carmel class of 41, and is the oldest of 11 children including 6 brothers, all of whom attended Mount Carmel. Mark was an honor student at Mount Carmel from 1964 to 1968 and played center on Coach Frank Maloney's 1967 City Championship football team. He also was a 2-time letter winner in wrestling for Coach John Woods and finished 3rd in the Catholic League in his senior season. After Mount Carmel, Mark attended the University of Michigan. He earned his bachelor's degree in 1972 while playing on the offensive line for the Wolverines and coach Bo Schembechler. After a brief stint teaching high school classes and coaching sports in Michigan, all while earning his master's degree, Mark returned to Chicago in 1975 and was admitted to the practice of law in Illinois in 1981 after attending the John Marshall Law School. He earned his JD and LLM, Masters of Law in Tax, all while working full-time in the financial business. Mark was a member of the Chicago Board Options Exchange from 1985 through 2015, where he was a managing member of a trading firm, and a general partner of several other firms related to the financial markets. Mark served on the board of directors of CBOE from 1995 to 2013, and as vice chairman of the board of directors for 4.5 years. He has served on many other committees and boards but is most proud of his service to Mount Carmel. Mark has been seriously involved with the school, serving as the chairman of the investment committee from 2009 to the present. Since 2012, Mark has been an integral part of the Caravan Gala, serving as an advisor to the planning committee. He serves as vice chairman of the board of directors and is committed to the success and longevity of Mount Carmel. Father Gavin Quinn witnessed the marriage of Mark and Joanne 42 years ago. They are the proud parents of 4 children, Richard, Joe, Elizabeth, and Mary Frances. And 3 grandchildren, Sophia Joanne, Bowen Michael, and Mark Francis II. Again, thank you Mark, and congratulations.